Good morning, Miss Lewis.
Right off the bat, this case takes a sharp turn. Miss Lewis claims this is all just a misunderstanding from a traffic ticket years ago, but why is she now facing extradition? Let's see if this is just a system slip-up or a classic courtroom twist.
Ma'am, you were wanted out of Missouri for receiving stolen property. Tell me, Miss Oko, what did you guys want to do?
Well, she would like a bond out on this case. I believe this was in 2022 this was picked up. And according to...
So you said that the case originates from 2022?
Yes, Judge. However, she did, it arose out of a traffic ticket. They got pulled over, car was searched and things like that. And so she kept in touch with the courts to see what she could do. And they kept telling her that she had to pay some money. She paid some money and that was it. She didn't know that there was a warrant out for her arrest. She didn't know there was court. She didn't know any of that after that math. And plus she's based in Houston. So I would assume correspondence should have been sent her way. She didn't know until she got picked up as of yesterday. She does live here. She's got her parents here. She's got support. So they're willing to help bail her out and make her go to Missouri so that way she can in person handle it.
I'd be opposed, although the probable cause for the stop was a traffic citation or infraction, is that the receiving stolen property is coupled with an unlawful possession of a firearm and it's a failure to appear. It's not a 2B. So she went in front of a judge, stated that she would return, and then she did not return.
And now it's 2 years later.
The warrant was issued out on December 8th, 2022. So there's been a pending habeas for almost 2 years.
You're a flight risk, you know? You've been gone for 2 years.
Judge Fleischer brings the hammer down, and honestly, who can blame him? 2 years of silence, no appearance, and now she says she didn't even know there was a warrant? Is that believable, or a bit too convenient?
And how do we get her now?
I don't have the offense report. She wasn't charged with anything else here, so my best guess is
Somehow she got just picked up.
right. And so, I mean, I can source the OR, but I don't have it on my person.
It was like a star.
It was a random stop, Judge, a traffic stop, I think, broken
No,
tires.
I am always amenable. I shouldn't say always, but I'm very amenable to giving people bonds when, number one, they're not a danger to my public, and number two, I have faith that they're going to go back. Your case is now 2 years old. You've been in flight for 2 years. You've made no attempts to do anything. And the only reason we have you now is because you got arrested. Had you not gotten arrested here, you'd still be in the wind and they would still be looking for you. So I don't have faith that if we give you a bond that you're actually going to go. I know that you're going to tell me it's little gumdrops and rainbows and bunnies jumping in the woods, but at the end of the day, a flight risk is a flight risk. And who you really are is on paper, because everybody tells me and promises me sun, moon, stars, this, that, you know.
I mean,
I don't really have any way to force you to go back, and I just can't take your word for it.
well, Your Honor, she does work. And of course, getting a bond would, the incentive of receiving that bond back is one of the things that I've gotten some of my clients to do, to get there. As soon as they go and take care of their case, they're calling me, asking me, how do I get my money back? It's more of an incentive for them. So at this time, like I said, she does have a base here. They're willing to help her out. They didn't know about this whole issue, and she thought she had taken care of it over the phone. Unfortunately, that's just not how it works, but she understands that now, and she's willing to go back to Missouri as early as next week to take care of this.
But I don't have faith you're going to go, you know? Day?
For what it's worth, if it wasn't a failure to appear, I actually would have agreed to a bond, but the fact that she went in front of a judge and the incentive originally from Missouri was the bond. And so that should have been the original.
And when you first came out, I was thinking to myself, you know, it's not the worst in the world. It's not, you know, it's not a capital case, so to speak, but you went in front of a judge, you promised him that you were going to go back. It's now 2 years later and you haven't.
I didn't go in front of a judge. I had called them and they said I didn't have to. They said all I have to do was pay it.
Here comes the emotional appeal: homeschooled, never been in trouble, and just wants her life back. But here's the thing, the justice system deals in facts, not feelings. Should this history earn her a second chance, or is the risk just too high?
That's why I just paid it.
Post bond. right?
on this
Yeah,
case?
yeah, I paid everything that they told me I need to pay. I've never been in trouble ever a day in my life. I've been homeschooled my entire life, and this has just come up. So I just called them and I did everything that I had to do. I'll do anything I have to do to get out of this. I just want my life back. I have a business. I have a family. Like, I just want to get back to my family. That's it.
Any other prior criminal history?
No, Your Honor. I mean, if the court wants to roll it over a day, if just wants to call Missouri and talk to the prosecutors up there, or if she has a defense attorney up there. I mean, if it's an FTA, then presumably she would have had an attorney after the first setting before it was forfeited. So if you want to roll it over and talk to Missouri, I'm not against it, but I'm still opposed because it's an FTA. So if you want to do that.
Oh, Wednesday.
But
Okay.
what is she, what,
So if
call Missouri for what purpose?
So generally, if the demanding jurisdiction doesn't impose a bond, then generally I don't. So I had that happen last week. What day is today?
Yeah, no, it was last week with
It
us.
was last
Yeah.
week. And so there was one I opposed, but the demanding jurisdiction, the prosecutors there said, I'm not opposed to them getting bond, even though I opposed it, they didn't. So ultimately I folded and I said, okay, I'm fine with the bond. So if Chisholm's able to speak with the prosecutors up there and they're not against it, then I'll
Did
defer.
you say you can't be here tomorrow? Is that what you said?
Not that I can't, it'll be the timing, right? If we can, I'm gonna make some calls right now, see if I can make some calls now and see who I can
For
call.
sure,
Yeah,
yeah.
because I wouldn't want to.
There's no,
roll it
I mean,
over
we're here for
tomorrow.
at least another hour, so there's
Yes.
no,
I'll make some calls now.
see, if they're unopposed, then I'll set a bond.
Because, it's because the teletype that we received is, she is eligible for a 2,500 bond there, but they clearly stated that she's not eligible from their jurisdiction for a bond out of state. So they won't allow her to have a bond until she's returned. That's why I said, if the prosecutors are fine with it, they can send me an email, fine. But I'll sit in the pews.
Sounds good. I'll make some calls, Judge.
What you can do. Is there a second case though, too, or no?
No, so the way they did it was, the charge was for both out of the same incident. But for reasons passing understanding, whomever the arresting officer was, they only put one charge. So I had to run the NCSC off of her FBI number to get the second charge. I didn't know until I ran.
Okay. Is this the only fugitive case we have today?
This is the only remaining one. Everyone else
Got it.
is in wait, which we're all. So the rest is the last. Williams needs to sign the waiver, but once he signs the waiver, there's no issue.
Oh, yeah, so he needs to be admonished, no?
Right. So sorry,
Okay.
Williams.
So I'm gonna make some calls and I'll come back and talk to you, okay? So we're good.
Thanks.
And then Mr. Williams just needs an admonishment.
Okay.
Your Honor, I have Mr. Jack, Derek Jack. He is in the holdover. He's set for bail review.
Okay. Let's talk about Mr. Jack. Terroristic threat of a family or a household member. Yeah.
He does have some pending felonies, and I think doesn't have a bond on those, on at least.
So it looks like from September of 23, he picked up his first unlawful possession by a felon. 3 months later, picks up another one. 5 months later, picks up another one. And now he's picked up another one of those and a terroristic threat with us, family or household member. Our bond is set at 10,000.
Right.
What would you like?
I would ask for 5,000.
We're gonna oppose, Judge. Obviously, this individual should not be he shouldn't be out on bond. He just continuously picks up new cases while being
In
given
fact,
bond.
I want to
and then-
talk to this gentleman to see if we can reach him. So just, if you bear with me, I would like to bring him out and talk to him, huh? Please. Madam Bailiff, do you mind bringing someone out, please? A Derek Jack, please. Thanks. Aaron, talk to me.
Okay, just to approach him, it's on an off-docket motion to sub, Trinidad was conflicted out.
I got you. Happy to have you, man. How are you? Great to see you.
Getting ready for this. Hey, Judge, you have a good holiday.
Great to see you, Aaron.
If you don't mind, while you're waiting for the inmate, can you confirm with Saba that she received that email and they're prepared to file that dismissal?
Did you guys get Brock's email by chance?
Should come from a lot law on Viegas.
Yes, Judge, I dismissed it.
Okay, it's been dismissed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I'll sign your nollie now.
Thank you, Your Honor. You guys have a great Thanksgiving.
You too. Take care. Stephen, what's the deal with Miss? Okay, got it. Hugh,
Yes. Hey, Judge, how are you?
what's new?
Nothing much. I was told to approach on Miguel Mendoza. I think he just took a drug test.
Is Mr. Mendoza here?
He checked in.
Yes.
Miguel Mendoza.
Into the park one.
All right, come up, sir. Just take a seat for me in the jury box real quick. And then I have an inmate coming out, Hugh. Let me talk to him real quick and then I'll hit you up next. Okay.
Sure. Sounds good.
Good morning, Mr. Jack. Good morning.
How you doing, sir?
How's jail?
Sucks, man.
Great. That's great. Because I got you. I need you to understand that we mean business here. We don't play. And your lawyer I'm bringing you out because it's your case. You need to understand what's going on, number one. Number two, your lawyer has asked for me to reduce your bond. Your bond now is set at $10,000. I have no idea what happened on your case. The only thing I do know is that September of 23, unlawful possession of a firearm by a felon. December 1st, 23, unlawful possession of a firearm by a felon. 5/29/24, unlawful possession of a firearm by a felon. 11/23/24, unlawful possession of a firearm by a felon and a terroristic threat of a family or household member. You now, with us, are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you, sir.
Yes, Judge. The officer was dispatched in response to a family disturbance in Harris County, Texas.
Shh.
The complainant told the officers that her and the defendant, her ex-boyfriend, were having issues regarding child custody, and the defendant was attempting to drop the child off with the complainant, and the complainant refused to take custody because of a previous mutual custody agreement. The complainant told the officers that the defendant then stated, "I just bust your car window, and if you pull up doing anything, I'm gonna shoot your ass in the face." The complainant stated that she was in fear for her life, and the officers detained the defendant and found him to be in possession of a handgun.
All right. Mr. Jack, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm now ordering you as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with the complaining witness in this case. A protective order has been issued in this case. What that means is that if you violate this protective order, the state can and will file additional charges against you, violation of a protective order. And I'm going to tell you now, you pick up one of those cases and you violate conditions, I can have a hearing to hold you at no bond, zero bond. And I will do it in a heartbeat to protect my county and everyone in it. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I find that you are a complete danger to public safety and you refuse to abide by bond conditions. So I don't think that your bond is sufficient. I think that the 10,000 is too low because you are a danger to my public. I'm sorry, Mr. Elick, and regardless, what we do here is just, it's, I guess, peanuts, so to speak, because you're being held at no bond on 2 of your felony cases as is. So what I am going to have you do, though, is this. I'm going to have you sign with me today an affidavit promising me that you're not going to have any weapons. And if I find that you have a weapon, if somehow you are magically released, because I don't know what's going to happen, if I find that you have a weapon, I will have a contempt hearing. I can have a contempt hearing, and I can and may hold you up to contempt every single time you have a weapon. And if they prove it to me, I can send it to you to 180 days in jail every single time. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
This is an affidavit. This affidavit, you're going to promise me that you're not going to have any weapons. I don't care what's going on in your life. I don't care if you're going into war. I don't care if there's a big battle in the street. No weapons. Do Do you understand? Look how big. Is that big enough for you to read? What does it say?
No weapons.
Good. We will have you swear to us that you're not going to have any weapons, and at that time, we'll just have you put back. If you do bond out, I'm going to put a GPS monitor on you, and I will put an exclusion zone so that you're not to go anywhere near the complaining witness in this case. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You know, did we ever explore that order to surrender weapons to the sheriff's office? Did we ever do anything with that?
I explored it and I talked to multiple people and no one's ever heard anything about it that I could find.
We had that, remember?
I know at one point we did.
We need to do something with that.
I'll make a few phone calls. See where.
I'm going to see what I can do about having the weapons surrendered to law enforcement so that you don't have possession of any weapons. Do you understand? Okay. All right, Mr. Lick. So I guess we'll just wait. It looks like the felony case is set for, oh my goodness, March of next year.
Your Honor, we may be, I just want to get the body cam and we may set this for trial. I mean, I know he's got the other felonies, but
I'm itching for a trial. You want 30 days, I guess?
that sounds good.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We'll have you swear to us no weapons, Mr. Jack. Come on.